Hey there, I'm Eve and I'm going to be your nurse today. Let me just close this curtain for your privacy and I'm going to wash my hands for your safety. Wash, 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 wash. Can you just tell me your name?
Tyra.
And your birthday?
October 13th.
Alright, let me check your wristband. Do you know where you are?
At the hospital.
Alright, and do you know what day it is?
Saturday.
Alright, the patient is alert and oriented ×3. By her initial assessment is that she is hygienic, she has good hygiene, her spine appears to have no deformations, and her speech demonstrates no impediments. I'm just going to be doing a head-to-toe assessment on you today. So I'm going to start with your head and your face. First, I'm going to begin with your eyes. So if you wouldn't mind taking off your glasses. I'm going to shine a light into your eyes just to take a look at your pupil dilation. So just stare straight ahead. Alrighty, and then keep staring ahead. I'm going to put my finger near your face, and when I give you the word, go ahead and look at my finger. Okay, you can look. Alrighty. Her pupils are round, reactive to light, and
Go.
Alright, excuse me. Her pupils are equal, round, reactive to light, and accommodating. There is no discharge coming from her eyes, and there's no redness. Next, I'm going to evaluate her ears. I'm just going to whisper something into each ear and just repeat what I'm telling you.
Today. Tomorrow.
Alrighty. Her hearing is within normal range and there's no redness or discharge coming from her ears. Next, I'm going to do your nasal patency. Go ahead and plug one of your nostrils and inhale. And then do the same thing with the other side. Alright, her nasal passages sound clear and patent, and there is no discharge or redness coming from her nose. Lastly, I'm going to check her mouth, so if you wouldn't just mind opening your mouth, I'm going to examine. It looks like she has good oral hygiene and all of her mucous membranes are intact. They are pink and they are moist. Very good. I'm just going to test your facial muscles and your sensation, so go ahead, puff your cheeks out for me. And that's just demonstrating that she has symmetry in her facial muscles and in her facial structure. Next, I'm going to test her sensation in her face. If you wouldn't mind just closing your eyes. I'm going to touch your face. Just let me know where I'm touching you.
Left cheek. Forehead. Right cheek. Chin.
Alrighty, she has good sensation in her face. Next, I'm going to move down and do her, I'm going to listen to her breathing sounds. I'm going to listen to 6 spots on the front, on the back, and then 2 on each side. So I'm going to start up at the top and just breathe in through your mouth and exhale. Alright, I'm going to do each side now. Alright, see? Go ahead and turn face the wall for me while I do your back. Alright, awesome. Go ahead, turn back around for me. Next, I'm going to listen to her valve sounds of her heart. I'm going to start on the right side with the second intercostal space. That is the aortic valve. And then I'm going to move over to the left side on the second intercostal space and listen to her pulmonic valve. The third intercostal space on the left side is Erb's point. And then the fourth intercostal space on the right side is the tricuspid valve. And then finally, I'm going to move over to the fifth intercostal space on the left side and listen to her mitral valve. And then this is just the midclavicular line at the fifth intercostal space. I'm listening to the mitral valve. All right, all of her heart sounds normal, within normal range, I mean. So next I'm going to ask you to go ahead and lay down for me. And then as she lays down, I'm just going to observe her abdomen and look for any signs of abrasion or trauma. Everything looks okay. It's not concave or convex. There's no bloating. So next I'm going to auscultate. I'm listening to each of the four quadrants of her abdomen. All right, and then her abdomen sounds normal, active. I'm going to palpate around and feel for any abnormalities in her bowels, and just let me know if there's any tenderness or pain while I'm pressing down. All right, everything felt. I did not feel any abnormalities in her abdomen. Was there any pain or discomfort? All right, that's great. Next, I'm just going to listen to each of her, I'm going to feel for each of her pulses. I'm going to start at the top with her carotid pulse on each side. Then I'm going to move down to her brachial. And then I'm going to move down to her radial. I'm going to feel for her posterior tibialis. And then I'm going to feel for her dorsalis pedis. All right, awesome. Next, I'm just going to check her capillary refill in each of her fingers and her toes. And that's good. I'm going to feel her muscles to feel for tone. And she does have good muscle tone. I'm going to check her strength in her feet. Just go ahead and push down on me like a pedal and pull back. Oh, and I'm also going to check for edema while I'm here. At this point, I'm going to ask her to go ahead and sit back up. Where I'm going to evaluate her strength in her arms and her legs. So go ahead and stick your arms out to your side, push up, push down. Awesome. And then I'm going to ask you to put your arms in front of you, push towards me, pull back. And then down here, I'm going to ask you just to kick your legs out and then pull back. All right, awesome. Next is her range of motion. I'm just going to ask her to cross her arms in front of her and behind your back. Can you move your ears to each of your shoulders? Turn your head to the right and turn it to the left. And pick up each of your knees just to show your hip mobility. And then go ahead and do your wrists and your ankles and your fingers. All right, that's great. Next, I'm just going to ask you to go ahead and stand up. Close your eyes. And this I'm just testing to see if her balance and coordination. If you could, go ahead and walk down that way, and I'm going to look for her gait and balance. And then you can go ahead and sit down. All right, and then before I leave, I'm just going to evaluate her thoracic ratio, and it is 1 to 2, and then I'm just going to feel her hands and feet for her temperature and evaluate her skin color. All right, her temperature is within normal ranges, and her skin color is normal. For her complexion, are you comfortable?
Yes.
All righty, I'm just going to leave you your call light. So in case you need me, just give me a call. I'm gonna go and wash my hands, and then I'm gonna chart my findings.